Oh god, how do I turn it off? Where's the crank? Where's the crank? And, oh my god, crank! Crank! Uh-oh. 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 Five Nights at Freddy's has so many mechanisms in it that it could easily exist in real life. From the spring-lock suits, to the mini-games you play in a variety of games, to the full-blown animatronics that roam the hallways at night. The real question is, should they exist in real life? Like a true scientist, there's no time for questions, just action. Maybe that's not a scientist. But there is one question I actually gotta ask. With so many choices, what do we actually build? Well, I guess I'll have to play the game first to actually understand everything about it. Alright, let's see what this game's all about. Oh, okay. Oh, music box is freaky. How do you remotely wind up a music box? Seems kind of goofy. Wait, what? You hit escape and it just quits the game? I don't know what to do. I don't like this game. It's Puppet. Oh. Oh my god. I don't like this game. A full-fledged animatronic would be really cool, but I don't think I have the time or resources right now to do that. Maybe in a future video though. Not to mention I do have to make it lethal. Not that I actually have to do it, but you know, I feel obligated to do so. After playing through FNAF 2, I really like the idea of making the puppet or marionette. Why the puppet? Well, I have some great ideas on how to actually achieve that. Let's go through some of the basics. Overall, the puppet has a very simple mechanism. Crank the handle so that the music doesn't stop playing, and that puppet doesn't kill you. Obligated to say that. To achieve this, I 3D printed a box. Yes, I know boxes exist, but I wanted to 3D print it, so what? I also 3D printed a handle that goes into the box that you can crank. Yes, in the games, technically you just click down a button, but hey, I guess I have a little bit more budget. The handle also has a dimly lit red LED in it, so that when the players are playing the game, they know where to crank when the music stops. Though they shouldn't let the music stop. The handle also has something in it called an encoder. You might have seen these on the volume up or down knobs on your car. These just spin infinitely and send data back to my little computer to tell me if the crank is being cranked or not. This mini computer is going to be the brains of the whole project. I'll refer back to it pretty often during this video. With that, the main box is pretty much done. But what about the bread and butter? How do we scare the shit out of a newly hired security guard? Cue the puppet. This puppet might be lifeless on its own, but with a little help from fishing line, I think I can turn it into a reality. Fishing line has to be one of my favorite materials to work with. It appears invisible to the naked eye, which makes it perfect for this project. Even though lighting is going to be really low, I still want this to be as authentic as possible. I don't want people to know what hit them. Literally. Probably literally. Plus, fishing line is just strong, and I'm gonna need it to lift this 6'6" monstrosity out of its box. Thanks to Katzer's Creations for creating this monstrosity for this video. It is life-size, which is really cool, and she makes a whole bunch of other life-size crochet stuff. So definitely go check out her link in the description below to stay up to date with everything she does. Speaking of which, I've designed the puppet to have two main modes of operation, which are pretty different from each other. In mode 1, just like in the games, it moves out of the box and back into the box, depending on the state of crank. In mode 2, the puppet jumps right at you. I think I can solve this pretty creatively and easily with one rope. Let's sketch this out real good. The idea is that we have a reel located above the user's head, with a clamp right above the puppet. When a player forgets to crank the box, we can lift puppet up via slowly reeling the motor. If they succeed at the task, we can lower the puppet back down by reeling in the opposite direction. If the player fails altogether, then the release mechanism can open, thus dropping the line. If you now look at the trajectory of the puppet when we reel the motor fast, it'll go right into the face of the player. Don't worry, the puppet is a plushie and can't hurt you. For now. Here's a quick demo to show you everything in operation. Alright, let's start testing with all of the lights on so that you guys can see what's going on. And then we'll get to some real testing after. I can't help but think that it's missing something. After thinking about this for 2 seconds, I came up with an idea to make it really scary. 2 things that FNAF uses to really scare the living daylight out of you is sound design and poor lighting. I think we can achieve this with some pretty straightforward devices. First off, sound. I wired this speaker to this amplifier that has all of the sounds we need Puppet to play, including an extremely loud jump scare sound. This is all controlled by our mini computer, so timing will line up with how the user and device are interacting with one another. Second, lighting. I had a brilliant idea for this one. I figured the mini computer could control the lighting. That meant that the mini computer controlled all environmental factors that make FNAF such a scary game to start with. But in real life. So how did I get the lighting done? Well, I took apart an old flashlight, I hooked it up to a relay, and I let the mini computer control the lighting sporadically. I essentially set up a random variable to just blink it on. And it's pretty scary. The relay also makes some awesome clicking noises, which is going to further distract the user playing the game, which is what I want. So we have all the parts now. Let's put it together and test it out. The way this works is I will be playing FNAF 2 while dealing with the puppet in real life. Ooh. Both of them playing at the same time. Wind at the same time. I don't know what I'm more scared of. This is still going. Ah, no. Stop burning! Oh, no, 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 no. No, I don't want to do that. Take a balloon boy. What happened to my flashlight? Oh Lord! Really get distracted there, don't you? Oh. Oh, that's fun. This game's not as scary anymore. I do have a part 2 of this video coming out where other people get to try this real life puppet, so stay tuned for that. What's the point in FNAF in real life without the king himself? That's right, I'm challenging you guys to get the word out about this project. With your help, I hope to build my own fully operational FNAF pizzeria. Or at least as much as the security guard sees. Now's a great time to mention my Patreon, where I use a service called Coffee actually. If you're a fan of this content and want to see a really impressive FNAF pizzeria, I suggest you check the link out below and donate if you can. With all of your guys' support, we can make something that truly shouldn't have existed in real life to begin with, but here we are, and we're gonna do it. And, as always, I've been your captain, and I hope you enjoyed your journey. Over.